See,
yeah.
like
And then we,
right there too. Okay, like with what you were talking there, for me, I can see a lot of well, you know how I said it's physical, emotional, spiritual. Like I can see a lot of the emotional stress there, you know, stuff like that. But
right.
like, think about what it's doing to you on a physical level as well. Like your blood pressure's going up. You're probably hyperventilating. You know, just
Gaining
because.
weight, losing weight, unable
Mm-hmm.
to eat, overeating. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it just, yep. Hair falling out. Yep.
Yeah,
But,
or turning gray.
mm-hmm.
I've got gray hair for a reason, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, after probably not having anything like that. And but you know what's so crazy for me, because I see the world for what it is now. I see everyone has an agenda, right? And I know that people can only access you as free willingly giving as you are. And that was one of my main reasons for stepping back from like social media and like interacting with people, because people are grossly greedy. You know what I mean? They you get a little bit and they just keep taking. Especially when you say, hey, hold on, I gotta save some for myself and make myself great. You'll never be great. And they'll just like, completely latch on to you and they'll start leeching you. And so when you are sharing yourself, you're like people are literally manipulating you. We're talking about being under control. People realize the ability to control, and it's not even just the simulation now. It's the simulation being created within the simulation in order to
mm-hmm.
simulate the simulation. And oh wait, they can do this. This is really true. Oh, there's aliens. Let me make my own aliens. Oh, there's this. Let me do this. Let me, and then. But taking advantage in the process. In the process, they're having things to where they're, excuse me, allowing or altering how you think. They're creating devices that make it to where it can change your mind. I mean, like you said, we can say what we want to say, but like thinking about the COVID vaccine and stuff, like people are injecting things into their system in order for stuff to kind of work in a favor of an
Yeah.
overall purpose without knowledge of it at all. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And I mean, like then and now the savior's going to come and he's going to inject some bull crap in you as well, but you're not going to know because you're going to be like, oh man, you're here to save us, and like, no,
Yep.
it's not.
That's
But
really what it comes down to. People expect outside influences to take care of all their problems.
and they
Yeah.
don't look inside because the outside influence are the ones that have created the circumstances. So
Mm-hmm.
so when it comes to me, I expect the outside influences. If you, especially if you're not going to clean up your mess, like if you're going to keep throwing trash on the ground, we're going to ban you from the park. That's true. It's illegal to loiter. So if you're throwing trash on, excuse me, loitering is illegal, soliciting is illegal, and so which would mean your voice in my head is solicitation, and that is illegal, especially if I did not welcome you here. You would have to get my permission first to say, hey, can I plant right here and kind of just sell my noise? Oh yeah, absolutely, sure, why not? If not, it's illegal, right? You're not supposed to do it. Now
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about littering, if you're going to pour dirt on my name and you can keep throwing trash, if I go to any business and I just keep throwing trash on their ground in front of their business, and the manager's like, hey man, no littering. Okay, okay, no littering. And then they keep coming back. I keep coming back. And I'm throwing like, hey, I said no littering. They keep giving me chance at the chance at the chance at the chance. This is the outside source, outside thing coming inside my establishment, coming, and we're not even in the parking lot. We're inside the store. Keep coming inside my establishment, throwing trash on the ground. I've asked them several times not to do that. Eventually, what's going to happen? They're going to get kicked out. And if they show up after I've trespassed them, now what happens? I'm calling the police. Hey, I told them to stop doing this. They keep coming here doing this. I didn't want any problems. I didn't hit them. I didn't go look for them. Hey, you over there throwing the trash on the ground. Come in here and throw some trash in here so I can kick you out and tell you not to do it. No, that's not how it happened. They
Yeah.
took it upon themselves to come in my no. So that's in that case, you are expecting the outside thing to kind of get the on through. Stop soliciting. Stop loitering. Stop
Well,
littering. You do
everybody,
expect that.
everybody keeps talking about vampires. I mean, on a
Ah,
transdimensional level. I mean, don't you believe that there's people who want to drain your energy so that it makes them stronger?
exactly. So why not feed them poison? If you know something is actively attempting to access you without giving you just, we'll say, restitutions, and not making sure that you're even look. So you're a vampire. So you be drinking blood, you be sucking people's blood. So you stay up all night, huh? I'm trying to stay up
Well,
all
what
night.
if
What's
it's
up?
not blood? I mean, what if it's your energy?
That's your
What?
energy. Well, I mean, I was just saying, if you were having a
Yeah, I
basic
know.
conversation, there's something you could get from that vampire as well. But you
Mm-hmm.
mean you're just gonna come and just drink me all up, and I'm not gonna get that? No, 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 it's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna
I,
happen. I'm gonna give you poison. I promise you're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna kill yourself, and then they're gonna attempt to reverse it and make it to where it feels like you, but you're stronger because you've prepared for this state for so long,
mm-hmm.
and so you have the ability. You're supposed to anyway. Not everyone does that. They kind of let the vampire make them kill themselves, and now all these people are popping up dead. Like that man did not drown. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like telling you for a fact. He keeps saying it. He keeps telling me. He hasn't stopped telling me he's not dead, and he did not drown. And I am not dead. I did not drown. And someone has hit or habitated his existence, and we're gonna see that soon. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not everyone maybe, but like I already see it now, so I don't know
Now,
how that goes.
here we go right here. What is hyperdimensional beings? We got level 0 is knowledge of dimensions, just knowing knowledge of dimensions. Level 1 is supposed to be time travel, according to this guy. Level 2 is teleporting. Level 3 is demonstrating timeless moments. Level 4, literally biologically immortal, can only die by certain weaknesses, if at all. Then you have level 5, can physically or at the soul level enter alternate dimensions. Then you have then you have level 6, doesn't live in the ordinary world, nearly omniscient, essent, or highly magical. Then you have level 7, which is ascendant, travels great distances within dimensions and changes the nature of dimensions. Then you have level 8, travels between several dimensions virtually at will. Then level 9, higher dimensional magical powers. Knowledge beyond power means something special and practical. Then there's level 10, uses one dimension to live in another as a
Hold on, wait
habit.
a second. There it go. The mic was cutting out, but it's good now. Go ahead. Can
Okay,
you do level 10 again, though?
yeah, it says uses one dimension to live in another as a habit. Super nomad between dimensions. Then you have level 11, dimensions permanently magically obsolete. That's weird. Dimensions permanently magically obsolete.
I mean, they have no, not that they don't have meaning, but it's just like you are what is, you just exist. It's not even a study anymore. It's not all you have to read all these books to get here. Like, yeah, you got to do that or that helps. But like reading everything and not believing what it is not really helping you get anywhere at all. It's just you having awareness of something that you kind of deny and denounce. So it's one of those things to where nothing is, but everything is absolute. There's nothing, but there's everything at the same time of there being nothing. They kind of coexist. And because they are the same thing, they don't just coexist, they actually are the same thing. Everything is nothing and nothing is everything. But you have to look at it on the level of creation and from where everything starts. Like you just start with a plan of I'm going to build this house or I'm going to make this car or I'm going to build this business. And then you start there and then you go grow into something. So you start with nothing and then you grow into something. But that means that thing is absolutely nothing because that's all it came from. And so it can go back to that as easily as it began.
Okay, so he explains it. He says that you should also see uh, hyper souls. So the hyper soul, the most efficient soul formula by far appear to be AB. If you are not A, you are aware of B, therefore A. Variant A, sublimate B, C, D. If you are not A, you are aware of B, C, D, therefore A. Now, It goes on to revised, and its higher numbers now seem to be earlier models, though not much research has been done. So this is a placeholder until hypersoul formulas can be developed. Hypersouls is still thought to be a real concept. -2 tile divided by 6 categories equals 4 formula for souls. That's crazy.
I mean, like, why would you even explain someone at what they are in those type of methods? Like, you're just really like throwing it in their face. Like honestly, how do you make everyone understand that? Like, how do you? How do you? I mean, because it's supposed to be a universal concept. That's what it is. Nothing in it. That's exactly what that is. Like, yeah, okay, you're giving labels to absolutely everything, but denying the fact that it's absolutely nothing. If everything has a label, then that's attempting to make it something when it actually is nothing. Like, you have to get people to be able to accept that everything is nothing, not solidify it being something and then it being that nonsense. Nothing, not his hustle. Shout out to him. He knows a whole bunch of numbers and formulas more than I do, type thing. I guess, like,
Like,
whatever.
I
But
don't know
bro, like,
about all that.
I'm just saying, like, no, that's not like, you got to really understand who you are. Like that's just like, what in the world? Like, I'm not gonna bring my kid that for bedtime stories. Give me
Yeah,
something we can
yeah.
feel types. Yeah, you gotta like. No, man. There's no. Te lo prometo, la
No,
pasito.
I'm gonna
Shut
post
up.
the link on here. I've been posting these on here as we go,
Yeah, I
so
saw one. That's where I saw the other one, the massage one. I grabbed it. I'm not organized yet, but I did start twisting the boy's hair. Then I got tired of it and I went to sleep,
now
and
we
so that was that.
now we get into the really nitty gritty. This is the good stuff. This goes into Einstein. Now, Einstein applied theories for extra dimensions, which would give the universe a curvature, i.e., space and time are curvy and bend. It applies that there had to be more than 4 dimensions that the universe exists in. Now it'd be a huge coincidence if all life in the universe existed perfectly within 3D physics, with no ability to interrupt, move through, and use any of the other dimensions. We called this possible category of most likely extraterrestrial life hyperdimensional. Essentially, physics would imply that these beings may not even be formed with matter, maybe travel through time like we can walk through space, teleport across the universe by sheer force of will, manipulate gravity, etc. You can really go crazy with what might exist out there. It quickly starts to sound more like science fiction than anything truly scientific. And that's because we don't have a lot of science needed to understand what the universe would even look like if we could observe all dimensions. However, most would agree that we could ever communicate with these beings. No, would agree that if we could ever communicate with these beings, it would be pretty surreal, magical to experience, almost fantastic, like meeting literal gods. It's entirely possible they're just floating around out there, completely unbound by time and thus immortal and eternal, building and shaping worlds and life for their own amusement. Who knows? The stars themselves could even be conscious outside of 4 dimensions, and they may even view other life on Earth. No, they may even view our life on Earth as a complete natural and physical process, as we do the flow of a river or the passing of weather.